1, I have listed directly as my microphone.
Okay.
Like it captures
That's
my
fine.
headset mic.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Which channel is your cable output on? You said it's number 2.
Yeah, it's on channel 2.
And channel 2 has no signal going to it.
It has no signal going to it.
Okay, so that means in theory that's spare. Fine. Right. So on your sound settings for Windows now, and this is something you might have to recheck each time you do a reboot specifically, as opposed to a switch your machine off and switch it back on again.
Right.
So if you right click on your little speaker icon on the system tray,
Give me 2
and do
seconds.
open sound. Yep.
Okay, so I'm going. So do I go to sound settings in the Windows? Is that what you want? I'm lost.
Oops. Yeah, so right click, open sound settings, yep.
Okay.
And you'll get that screen.
Yeah, I just
And
typed
then
in
if you
sound.
so if you scroll down to the bottom, advanced sound options. Now you will need to do this on a per application basis. So War Thunder,
Right.
DCS, you'll have to do this. And you'll also need to have the game in question running, generating some form of noise. So,
Okay.
and you'll find it in the list. So as you can see here, I've got Digital Combat Simulator listed, and its output device is listed as default. Now, what you want to do is select your output device to be cable input.
Okay, stand by for just a second.
Yep.
I just have to open up War Thunder here.
Now, this should work, but as I say, if you do a reboot, like if you've applied Windows updates or you've installed something that says I want to reboot now, and you do a reboot, you might want to have to double check this setting and look at your potato VU meters to make sure that everything is going where it wants to. Because I use, as you see, I've got like all my channels utilized, and I have Microsoft Edge browser specifically going to one of these channels, and it will be listed in here as the right cable name, but the sound will actually be going to the main desktop sounds. So although it's set in here, it's like actually, so here I've got the output of OBS going onto my cable D. But sometimes after a reboot, it will say cable D, but instead it will pipe it out to the default. So you just want to keep an eye on it to make sure that the VUs are twitching in the right place when you're generating sounds.
Okay, so sorry, you got a bit ahead of me here. So I click that War Thunder top one, bring it down to speaker VB audio cable, correct? That's the only audio cable that I have.
Okay, mine's listed as cable input, VB audio virtual cable.
Yeah, that's what I have listed. That's what I have.
Speaker
VB audio.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, select that then. And then if War Thunder is currently generating any sound, you should see your channel 2 with a signal.
Oh, hold on a second. Cable output VB audio virtual cable. See, there's two different. So, hold on. When you're looking there, you know how you have the top one and the bottom one, right?
Yes.
So my speakers have it set as VB audio, but my microphone should be VB audio and not my speakers, correct? So when you clicked on the VB audio cable, which one do you click on? Do you click on the top one or the bottom one? where it says default.
If you want to direct the sounds of the application that we're looking at somewhere specific, it is the top one of the two.
Right.
So the way they name the cables is awkward. You have to think of the cable as instead of a double-ended plug, it's a plug and a socket, like an extension lead.
Okay.
Because that's why it's called a cable input and a cable output. So,
right. So with what I have here, right, I guess would be the top one is your input, like as if what you would listen to.
The top one is the device where the sounds are being sent to.
Okay.
So in my case at the moment, DCS is listed as default, and that just means it will pick up whatever Windows is set to. If I wanted to put somewhere else, then I have to send it to the input of cable, and then to put that into potato, I need to set the device to be used to be the cable output. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, think of it as an extension lead rather than an interconnect.
Okay.
Because
So
you put a signal into it and then take the signal out of it and put it somewhere else.
okay, I'm just gonna put myself on a test flight here.
Yep.
That's weird. So when I talk, oh bloody hell, I'm looking at your bloody voice meter potato, for crying out loud. I'm wondering why the hell is it going up when I'm talking?
It's like having a laptop in front of your desktop, isn't it? And you pick up your desktop mouse and wonder you can't get a response on the laptop.
Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, because I was worried. Okay, what the hell? Okay, I can hear my aircraft. Okay, hold on a second here. I have to. What am I looking for? No, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for my voice meter. There we go. Okay, so I have it. Okay, perfect. It's working. I can hear it.
And then, now, what is the purpose for putting the game audio through potato in this manner?
Okay, so the purpose, right, was to hold on a second. So the reason why I wanted to put it through potato in this manner is because when I'm playing my Spotify, right, or talking,
Right.
like sometimes the plane would be too loud, my voice is too soft.
Okay.
And everything was all on the same channel. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Like and that's what I was trying to separate, was so that way if I have to turn down the game, I can turn the game down via OBS instead of trying to screw around with my voice meter.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Plus there's a bunch of other things that just that it's just I don't know, like I've got, like I'm trying to make sure that my rumblers work and this works and that works and yada 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 and so forth and so on, and it's just absolute mayhem.
Right. Okay. So what you need to do now, because OBS captures desktop audio, which I guess is the default device. But you've now segregated it. So you're going to need an additional audio capture in OBS to capture from device cable output. And then that will give you granular control over the game and essentially your desktop. I don't know if you're speaking currently.
Yeah, I am speaking currently.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I had Streamlabs opened. Now, let's check this out. So all I need to do now is to have, when I stream, somebody on TV. Oh, I can't do that. Shit. I need to be able to pass this off to a sound man. See, that's what I think. That's what they should have with Streamlabs, is the ability to take your Streamlabs and let somebody else control it. That way you don't have a goddamn thing to do with it. All you do is you come on.
I'm already a semi-producer for one other streamer.
Yeah, but how do you do it? I mean, like, you can't go in there and control his settings, can you?
I don't know. There is, can I control? I think there are ways you can control Potato, but I don't think they're cheap.
Yeah.
Now, another way you could do it would be if your stream box...
Like, I've got my mixer box in my OBS Streamlabs. I've got it set up now where I can, just screw around with it. Right, I've got the game capture now, and all I need to do is basically just, I've got my Discord on there now so people don't think that I'm going crazy and talking to myself. Right, so, and I've got Discord on a separate channel, the game on a channel, my microphone on a certain channel now, and the Spotify on a
you get Discord on a separate channel without using the interconnect?
So what I did was I just went in there and typed in Discord. I have no idea.
It went in where? Unless that's a feature of Stream Elements as opposed to OBS.
It may be.
Perhaps they've got like a certain amount of mixing desk features into it where they can pull out sound sources through by application. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, certainly OBS you can capture from a device, but you can't capture from an application.
Yeah, well, it was Streamlabs. I guess you could capture from an application, I believe. Give me just a second here. I've got to try and sort this out.
Full hate.
Okay, there we go. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
Vlad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna check this out because I'm trying to figure. I just typed in Discord, but it didn't. I don't know how it managed to do it.
If we finish looking at my screen, I'll kill that stream and go live properly.
Yeah, I'm done.
Cool.
Thank you. Ah, there we go. This screen is tell you, this is driving me nuts. Well, I mean, it got like the black window top, so I go to grab I go to grab the Discord and put it on my other monitor. And instead, it grabs Streamlabs and puts it on my other monitor. I'm like, for the love of frickin' God!
That's the downside of the dark theme on Windows, isn't it? What they need is like a dark theme. But
Don't know how this is going to work, Blade. I haven't flown for a couple of weeks, so we'll
so
see.
you can see
I
where
need
one
a
ends and
sound
another one
engineer.
starts.
Dealing with all the inputs and outputs is mind-boggling.
Yeah, that's basically what.
So I honestly, can you still hear me?
What Sheep was just saying to Lexel. Okay, I'm going to go for this. See if I can.
Yeah, just go ahead and say no all you want. I fucking know. Yeah. I mean, I haven't. Honestly, I'm looking at this and I am just completely confused on how the hell I've got Discord captured when I did set it up as Discord. Like, I don't know. How do you edit something on this? Oh, that's what I did. Okay, so Discord. That's what I did. So I've got my Discord on my R27 chat because I've got what I have is I have on my headset, I got my headphones. I have 2 channels. And my Discord broadcast through my chat channel, so I can separate that. And that's what I captured from my Discord. So that the Discord is that, and then it captures my microphone. Now it's capturing the game. And Spotify, it just instantly, as soon as I say capture Spotify, like Spotify has its own channel, I guess. Yeah, so I can sit there and then, audio capture, Spotify, done. Yeah, so, but now, I have to figure out. What son of
Port engine is steaming again. I don't know why it does that. It's always the port engine. I've got to throttle right back now. Hopefully that engine will sort itself out. I can't shoot with this airplane, not at the moment. Yeah, we're still venting. I'm thinking it might be a bug with that engine, as if it doesn't know that I've opened the
okay, now I'm going to push the toggle
open
back,
the vent,
which is good.
because it's not showing on the gauges as being overheated.
Now to do is trying to figure out how to change my microphone. Any type of thing that I set up on my OBS. I'm just wondering if it's fixed it. How do I check the sound levels without going live?
They should be. it should always be active in the application unless there's a limitation of stream use.
Like I'm trying to personally here, unless I go live and listen on my phone, I can't tell the mix difference.
Can you see any of the units moving again?
Oh yeah, I got like the meter speed.
Right.
The problem is that my microphone, unless I'm talking, I'm talking really low right now. Well, I'm trying to talk normal, but it's very, I can't crank it up anymore. It's just peaking in the green, and the odd occasion, maybe peaking in the yellow. That's about it.
I can't believe
Right,
I never
yeah,
got.
when I started my
I didn't get
game,
any of those.
I'm assuming
when I was my
that
first
it
pass.
would be in red.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, it peaks in the red.
Does that just mean you need to put it up again?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
For the stream.
What I might do is I might just turn down the game itself.
Yeah, work to whichever one has the...
Engine stopped steaming anyway.
There we go. That might work better.
I missed all of them on my first pass. I can't believe that. I felt I was seeing hits, but I just can't seem to shoot with this. Give me a spit and I'm standing a chance. By the way, Lexov, lead on my channel, just saying he needs a sound engineer. Dealing with all those inputs and outputs is mind-boggling.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Vlade is, Vlade knows his shit. I haven't got a clue. If you gave me a board, a mixing board in front of me, I wouldn't have much of a problem. With this computer bullshit, I am lost. I mean, I've done sound work and that for bands, like when I was back in my 20s. I used to play in a band as well, but what happened was we would sit there, you know, somebody, like if we were doing a party or something like that, or one of the other bars that didn't have a sound engineer there, we would be the ones to go in and set it all up, right?
I think it's the thing about picking up a cable, grabbing the plug and shoving it in an input. It's all physical and you know where you are on this.
Exactly.
So I find it, because you said these outputs seem to be actually inputs of something. So, you know, it's just most uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not intuitive.
Exactly. I mean, like, I need to physically see it, where with this it's like, da, da, da.
And that's what I was saying. Rather than think of it as an interconnect, think of it as an extension lead. Because
yeah.
I was struggling with it as well. I was like, input output, it's like what you're talking about, it's a cable. But
yeah,
you have to think of the cable as a device rather than a cable. Or,
right.
Or a guitar pedal. So it has an input and an output, and you have to take your input from something and your output to something else.
Well, that's it. Yeah, and I've got to keep that in mind. Like, I mean, you know, like you just patch cable from the guitar to the pedal, and that so it goes. So that would be your input on the pedal, right? And then output to the stream. So, right. Yeah, because I mean, when I have my Spotify set up, to capture Spotify, and it would capture my entire voice meter, like the channel, because on my voice meter, right, I had it set to capture everything. So what you get is you would get double on the Spotify, like it was like a echo, right? So, but I'm curious though, because if I sit there and I change the setting like that, does my voice change at all?
Didn't seem to.
Yeah, it depends how you got it set up, because with OBS you've probably got that set to be. You've got that set to be.
Like, yeah, I've got it captured.
What you need to do is, if you want to change, if you want to use voice meter to affect your microphone, you would need another interface.
Right. Okay. Because I mean, I can hear.
Voice.
What?
It's okay. Well, instead of having Discord set to be your physical headset microphone, you would how do you do that?
Ooh, that was a horrible phrase.
It's because I have a similar setup. So I've just gone down. So slightly streaming.
No, that's fine.
Suffering a delay. I don't know if I can stream and Discord stream simultaneously. What you do is you have your microphone listed as a hard input on voice meter, as it probably is now. You then use your numbered outputs 1 through 5. To choose, so you might set A2. Yeah, so at the moment you're sending everything to A1 probably, and A1 goes out to the stream.
Right, so A1, right, is my hardware input.
Yeah. So what you then do is, if you wanted to use voice meter to mix off your microphone, so that things like the audibility, especially passwords and stuff, are affected in the stream, you would set your A2.
A3 is my. Well, A2 is my.
A2 is another soft out.
Is another soft out, which would be my. So my A2 goes to my butt kickers.
Okay, sorry, I forgot you had all those. So basically one that doesnn't have something on your side.
Okay, so that would be A3, I guess.
Right. You would need to make another purchase from voice meter to give you another set of cables.
Okay.
So you can buy an AB cable set, for example, and you set your A3 to go to cable B, and then in OBS you set your input device as P.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's a bit of a daisy chain. That's what you do. Because I have done. In fact, I could do that right now. That's kind of how I have mine set up. So no, I'm directly taking. Actually, I'm not taking it from. Right now in OBS, my input is through virtual cable. Because if I switch it to the microphone, I might even hear a slight difference. So currently it's the cable.
Yeah, your gain, your punch isn't there. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, don't worry, I'm doing a real good job of that, so no need to worry there. Okay, so I've got that set. I'm pretty sure now, like with the OBS, I've got it set up where it's yeah, fuck. Yeah, because my A1 is my headset, or is my A1 is my speakers for my headset. A2 is my thing, and then B. Oh man, yeah. Okay, so that's weird. Okay, check. You can still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I have no idea. Like, yeah, the B2, B1, A3, A4, whatever the hell it is just lost. Yeah. All right. I'm. You know what? I'm happy with what I got. I'm not gonna bother you anymore over it. Yeah. Yeah.
Engine's out of balance because I've got this wobble. I guess that's what it is. So one of the engines has been hit. I expect I'll find one of them venting something when I get down.
So did you give up on that War Thunder video stuff? Or find a way to transfer it?
I think Lexor's gone AWOL.
No, I'm sort of. I was trying to do two things at once and flaring it both. If it's alright with yourselves, I was going to. Because I had Discord muted temporarily from on stream. So I was sort of trying to balance it. So I was talking to you, but everyone muted, and then talking to the stream, and then myself to you. So I wasn't just talking about you. Yeah, do you okay with Discord being onto stream? That sort of makes the conversation a little easier.
Yeah, if you want to just go out on the stream, that's fine.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. This is that way. Okay, that's better. Seems like use it. How far did I get into this? You mean the mosquito? The swordfish?
No. Yeah, so whatever you were trying to do there, so that we can go play War Thunder.
Yeah, I think I got stuffed over by gauging on the front.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of the reason why I haven't been playing War Thunder very much. Because you get into a match and you have a good match, and you think, oh wow, this will make an excellent video. And the second you think that, the clock is ticking. Because you know at some point they're going to change something and completely stuff you over. Because they'll break compatibility and you lose your recordings.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what they say. I mean, I tried using the online... Because if you play a battle online, an NEC, you can download the replay online, which is great in principle, but what they don't tell you is you can download it in 15-minute segments. You have any idea? Well, you do, because you're about to add it up, but you want to download 3 hours worth of 15 minutes? No.
Well, that's the thing, is that it's... So, with gauging, it's not really a replay as per se, all it is a script.
No, it's not. That's right.
Right? So it's not a video replay, it's just, the way that the scripting went, So when they change the
There's
script,
no venting.
Well, no. The problem is they
Got to
don't
close
change
the
scripting,
engines.
That's the thing.
Shut the engines down to get repaired.
I don't know how aware you are of software development and the things you can do. So there's a thing called obfuscation. So you can write a program that says start, and then you have a function called get time, for example. And get time, you pass in parameters, say now, like to work out a difference in time. So you'd have a get time difference as a function, and you pass in the start time and the end time to return you the difference between the two, as an example. And you'd give them meaningful names so that it makes sense when you go back to the code to find out what it was doing. Obfuscation turns the function name from get time difference to A, and it will change the variable names to A and B. So it changes all the names of all the functions, all the names of all the variables, to make it less readable so that people can't steal your work as easily.
Oh.
So what happens with the script is all these function calls have the obfuscation for that version. When the version changes, the obfuscation changes, and none of the commands match up. So the underlying code hasn't changed, the function name hasn't changed, but the obfuscation has. So basically what you'd need is a translator to translate the old obfuscation to the new obfuscation, and then you'd be able to reload a replay, probably.
Right.
But we don't have that, and they're sure as hell not going to give it, because they probably don't know what it is either. So as soon as you say, actually this is a really cool piece of footage, I'd like to capture it and turn it into something, you basically need to put your life and your gaming on hold to do that bit of work before they change the game.
Right, well, couldn't you do that through your Streamlabs? Like, I know that on my Streamlabs OBS thing or whatever, I could sit there and take the footage of the replay and put it and stream it to my OBS and then hit record.
Yeah, you could, if you just want to take vanilla shots, as in, because that is what I do for a lot of it, is I will sit myself in a cockpit and then run it, and I, as you say, use OBS to record it to disk, and then I'll put myself in external view, run it start to finish, recording it to my disk in OBS, and then I'll take all those different sequences and splice them together. What makes it interesting is, and if you do that all ahead of time, that's great. But you might decide to do your video, and then they turn around and say, "Well, actually, yeah, we're dropping a new version tomorrow." I was like, "Oh," and then you're stuffed because you don't have that time anymore, or you, as is quite often the case with myself, I don't have the time to sit there and let that thing run and babysit it all the way through for. I mean, the one I was trying to do last was the Flying Circus, Undead, Eagle, and who was it? Not Gaz, Toma, and myself. So that's 4 cockpit views to record, 4 external views to record, as a minimum. You've then got where you might want to have flybys, static cameras, and every time you want to do that, you got to, as you know, replay isn't a replay. You have to go to the start and then fast forward to the bit before you want,
right,
and hope that you don't stop fast forwarding too slow, otherwise you have to stop and go to the start and then do it all again. And yeah, it's just a nightmare. So if you've only got a small amount of time between deciding you want to make the video and them saying, well, you don't know when they're going to say we're going to drop a new version. You don't know when they're going to break compatibility.
Yeah,
so
you got to get on
you decide, I want a video. Yeah.
No, I'm steaming already, and they just repaired
I can't
me.
always edit. I have to be in the right mindset for that.
Yeah.
So I can't just sit there and do stuff, and I haven't got time to sit there and, spend what is potentially 6 hours trying to capture all the replays.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that.
I mean, with the clone incident that I did with KK and myself, that was just 2 of us, and that generated 18 gigabytes of source footage.
Holy shit!
And that's just 2 people and 3 targets. So the trying to capture the flying circus, because that was one of the best flyouts I've ever had, and I'm really burnt that one of the angles I didn't get, which is why I was trying to go back in and get it again. And that's why I didn't play War Thunder for quite a while. Because I was and the German guy, I can't remember his name now. There was a German guy, and he ages ago he found a way of doing it so you could preserve your copy of War Thunder and then tell it to load a replay, and it wouldn't go out and try and update.
Is that Lord
and then
Dark
Gaijin
Helmet,
changed it.
Or
No, I
there's,
think it was Lord Dark Helmet.
There's Lord Dark Helmet, and then there's also, oh my lord, Love a Duck. I haven't seen him around for so long I forgot his name.
From the starter.
He even plays Kerbal.
Copy.
Not Sinch.
Sinch is Russian, I believe, or Ukrainian.
Yeah. I'm just trying to look through my history, because I commented on one of his videos.
Hornerus, that's it. He's the other German.
Hornerus. Oh, right, okay.
Those are the only 2 German guys I know.
Oh my god, how many YouTube notifications do I get? Christ.
Mission restart.
Apparently
In 3 minutes.
Oh, that's the map's about to restart, by the way.
Yeah, I've just got my engine started, but I think it's done that
I
thing
think
where
you
if you
can
do
skip
something
to-
slightly wrong, it starts giving you trouble.
Yeah. And I still haven't fixed it, so it's actually 30 seconds.
Okay, well I'll let that happen.
And my notifications only go back a month on YouTube. So that's a bit of a pain. How do you see all your old
Right, so the server is restarting.
Well, it's back up. At least it's nice and fast. It's a very fast cycle.
Yeah.
I can't. I'll have to actually have to do a search to find his things. What would it be? Load. And of course the replay as well, because sometimes you'll lose access to your